Again, I'm very interested in hearing from anybody that can tell me exactly how Dr. Seuss is offensive. Now, my understanding is that a school district in February in Virginia announced that it was no longer going to recognize Dr. Seuss on his birthday, March the 2nd, which is known as Read Across America Day. They made that announcement, as I mentioned, in February. And they said that the books contain, quote, racial undertones that are not, quote, culturally responsive, close quote, to learning. Now, the company that publishes the books said they're going to stop selling 6 books altogether. Not even going to redesign them, not even going to redraw them. They're going to stop selling them altogether because, quote, the books portray people in ways that are hurtful and wrong. And, of course, this is not government doing this or school districts doing this. This is the company that publishes Dr. Seuss saying, we've heard from you, we've heard your cards and letters, we feel you, we smell what you're cooking, and so we're going to stop publishing these 6 books. And the only one that I recall is And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with that. The other ones are no longer going to publish. If I Ran the Zoo, McGillicuddy's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, and The Cat's Quizzer. So we're not having in-school learning. You have teachers in Chicago that are defying the order to go back to school. But dang gummit, these kids are not going to have their culture assaulted with these insensitive portrayals of characters in these books. Watching Hannity last night, and there was a guy on who was applauding this and pointing out that it was the company's decision to make this, and the company's decided this for whatever reason, and so why are you all upset about it? And Leo asked a very simple, and I thought, provocative question. Name somebody who's been hurt. Give me first name, give me last name of somebody who's been hurt, he said. And I just did a video about one of the dumbest reasons I've ever heard for reparations, and that is that we need reparations to bulk up the self-esteem of blacks. And I said, are you kidding? Research going back for decades show black girls and boys, black boys compared to white boys, black girls compared to white girls, black boys and black girls compared to Asian boys and Asian girls have higher self-esteem. Higher. And much higher than Asian American kids. So, I mean, you've got 85% of black kids here in the state of California, they can't read at state levels of proficiency. 80% of Hispanic kids cannot read at state levels of proficiency. All the money they're spending on school, on education, we've never spent more. We spend more K through 12 than any other country on the face of the earth except for Luxembourg and I think Switzerland. We spend more than our Asian competitors, our European competitors. And this is the issue? I've talked to you about the public high schools in Baltimore, a city that has been run, dominated by Democrats for a very long time. How do you have 13 public high schools in the inner city where 0% of kids can do math at grade level? How is that even possible? And another half dozen where 1% can? How is that possible? Why is that not what we're talking about here? Instead, we're canceling Dr. Seuss, the actress for Disney, canceled because she suggested intolerance that we're having right now was the kind of intolerance that we saw in Nazi Germany, while the left uses Nazi references against Trump and Republicans all day long? How do you have 13 public high schools where 0% of kids can do math? How is that possible? 888-971-SAGE. I'm Larry Elder.